Hi, this is Linda with Craft on Cue, and this is part 2 of the handmade Coptic stitch journal I'm making for the Take Me Deeper series that is starting January 1st over at His Kingdom Come. And first I need to apologize. I gave you the wrong website address on my last video, and I don't know how to edit that out once it's been published. So I will put that description in the description below, the correct address, and here on the video. But for reference, it is www.his-kingdom-come.ning.com. I forgot to put the .ning in there, so I apologize for that and for any confusion. Now on to these covers. I want to give you the do's and don'ts of working on Davy board as I move along. So this was the first step, and at first I just thought I could collage on this Davy board, and I took my basics matte medium and try to collage these pages from the this Bible that I had gotten over at the Dollar Tree. I think I showed that in a previous video, and I just ripped up some pages and tried to collage them down. But what I discovered is this just soaked up the medium and the papers were not adhering properly. And I took out some of this golden gesso, and then I put 2 coats of gesso just on the front. I haven't decided what to do on the back yet. Then I collaged this down with my Liquitex, and it worked really well, as you can see. And there are a few bumps, but I want to add texture, so I am great with that. I also made it a point to poke these holes in there, because as I add layers, I don't want to lose those holes that I had already put in. And I used my heat tool, but I noticed that these boards started to buckle quite a bit, and I was concerned that they would fit properly since I had everything measured out so well. So what I did is I took some of this paper. It's not really paper, it's liners. I keep these liners and wash them from the big boxes of cereal, and it's a waxy type paper. I used to just use wax paper, but these are free, so I keep a lot of these and use it for paint palettes sometimes glue, what have you. So I put that down on top of these 2 book boards, and then I have this large piece of marble that I got many years ago, and I use that for my book press. And typically I would, when I'm making a covered book with a book cloth, I will paste the book cloth on there and get these ready, and then I will typically let that sit overnight. But I'm really anxious to get going on this, so I let it sit maybe a half hour or so, came back, and it's nice and flat again. So that worked out great. So now I'm ready to paint. So after quite a few hours of painting, collaging these book covers, I finally finished, and I thought I'd show you these before I bind the entire book together. So this is the front cover. I don't know if you can tell, but I have glitter sprinkled sparsely over here, and then there's a shimmer. My homemade shimmer is on the top here. And we recently got back from a cruise, and much of the cruise you really didn't see land. We were over the water, so it was blue and blue. So that's what inspired me to use all blues and different colors on this front here. And So I put the horizon line with some gold from Liquitex, the Basics. The base, oh my goodness, I have so many colors on here, is this Master Touch, the pale blue. I mixed some of this cobalt blue with black to make these darker colors down here, which signifies the bottom of the ocean, or as you know, it gets darker as it goes down. I used white for the clouds, and in the clouds I also have pink mixed with some of that white. I have a little bit of this folk art purple. It's actually called Purple Lilac. I have a little of the Pale Lemonade and Portrait Light, which is a very light pink. And then I also added some of this darker purple iris in spots down here just to give it a little more color. And then for the lettering, what I did is use this old alphabet sticker set from, it's called Marcella by K. I don't even know that line. I believe I got this on clearance years ago at Target. So what I did was put the letters down and then took my sponge, which I also used for the clouds and a little bit down here. But I used the sponge after I got the letters on with my gesso, which I don't know where I put that now, but oh, here it is. It's this golden artist colors gesso, and I just lightly did that. And then I took first I used this micron pen to draw around the letters to make them stand out a bit, but it wasn't working as well as I wanted to, so I got out the extra small, I guess that's what that is, XS, the Pitt pen, because that's India ink, and used that, and it worked quite well for the letters. And then after that, that's when I added the glitter, which I wish you could see that, because it's just a little sparkle here and there, and anybody that knows me knows how much I enjoy using glitter on my projects. So, and I put the boards together so that the lines would meet up and the clouds would seem to be going on the horizon and up in the sky here. And then when that was done, I knew I had to do something with the back cover, and typically when I make a book I would cover the edges with the paper and then put a sheet inside of here, but since I had painted and collaged this, I just put this denim looking scrapbook paper, which I got from hot off the press a long time ago on clearance, and I have a bunch of it, and so I thought that would be a nice neutral backing for this. And I also did the back, and as you can see I didn't do the pocket. I probably will do a book plate on here after I have the book bound, but that's pretty much how I went about making this cover. I'm trying to see if nope, that's not going to help. The light helps a little bit better. So anyway, I'm taping this at night, so maybe that's why the light's kind of weird. But for now, that's the end of part 2. I will be binding the book next using the Coptic stitch, so it will look like this finished. I'm using this blue waxed linen that I got from Hollanders. This stuff, it was kind of pricey when I bought it, $11.95. I bought it online, but I've had it quite a while, and I've used it for a variety of projects, and as you can see, it's still, I have different colors too, but it lasts pretty long. So I think that's it for this video. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for part 3, which is going to be the actual stitching, and I'm glad I didn't do a process video because this doesn't look like much, but it took me all afternoon to paint it and fiddle with the colors and such. So thanks for watching. Have a great day, and God bless.